It's High Quiz Bowl, the area's most exciting and challenging quiz show. Sponsors of High Quiz Bowl are Viterbo College, one of Wisconsin's finest independent colleges, and Wholesome Bread, baked by your friends at Erickson Bakeries. Now your host and moderator, Ed Seielstad.
And as we get down to the tail end of the season, perhaps one of the two schools appearing on High Quiz Bowl this evening could become a three-time winner and join the other 7 schools that have already qualified for the playoffs. Holmen High School making its second appearance, going, of course, for win number 2, challenging Logan High School. So right now, let's meet the team members. First of all, from Logan.
Jeff Jenks, senior. Shane Folks, senior.
Steve Duffrin, freshman.
Jeanette Miller, junior.
Diane Gebhardt is the coach at Logan, and the alternate is Mark Glasser. As I said, Holmen going for win number 2 in a row. Let's meet those smiling team members.
Abby Lighthold, junior. Michelle Elliott, junior.
Dave Smith, junior.
Gary Countryman, senior.
Sue Schumann, the coach at Holmen. The alternate is Tim Kelling. And making his first appearance, I think, this season is judge from Viterbo College, Mike Collins. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Ed. It's nice to be here. Good luck to both teams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody all set, you think?
You bet.
Got lots of answers for me?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, he says. Okay, we'll find out in just a moment, but right now, let's take a break for this.
When you buy Country Hearth Bread, you're buying natural goodness. When you buy Country Hearth Bread, you're buying quality ingredients because Country Hearth Bread has no artificial preservatives. When you buy Country Hearth Bread, you're buying nutrition to grow on. Your whole family will love the soft-textured quality of Country Hearth Bread.
Nature's gift of goodness, Country Hearth Bread.
Physical fitness is for everyone for life.
I'm Harry Walters, head of the VA, and this is Coach George Allen, chairman of the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports. We're starting a new emphasis on sports and fitness at the VA because we have a commitment to our veterans' health.
Exercise can make the difference to health. So the President's Council is joining with the VA to encourage you to improve your life with a sports and fitness program suited to your abilities.
And remember, physical fitness is for everyone.
We're proud of the book learning that takes place in our classrooms and the other learning that takes place as you experience college. Viterbo College wants you to learn and to grow. We offer traditional liberal arts studies, mathematics, biology, chemistry, and fine arts. They combine with programs designed to meet vocational interests in computer science, business, and allied health fields. Viterbo College, try us on for size and variety and friendliness.
That buzzer starts the game, your first 10-point toss-up. Both John F. Kennedy and Arthur Schlesinger, Jr. won Pulitzer Prizes for their work. They were awarded these prizes in the same field of writing. What was it? Duffer and Logan.
Autobiography?
Mike?
Not an autobiography.
Okay. Holmen? Anybody? Smith?
Biography?
Biography is right.
Let's try astronomy.
Okay, 20 points. Saturn is famed as the ringed planet. 2 other planets in our solar system, however, have also recently been found to have rings. Which 2 planets?
Jupiter and Uranus?
Jupiter and Uranus is right. Back to the toss-ups. Cary Grant stands in a flat Midwestern landscape under a broad sky, seemingly safe, only to be hunted by a... Jenks, Logan.
North by Northwest?
North by Northwest is right.
U.S.
First time in the United States category. Incidentally, our categories this evening are astronomy, literature, miscellaneous, sports, and United States. Most of us could identify a state from a list of its major cities. This bonus tests your knowledge of smaller American cities and towns. 10 points each for correctly identifying the one state in which the following groups of cities are located. Your first group: Varia, Covington, and Paducah.
Massachusetts.
Kentucky. Eau Claire, Appleton, and Waukesha.
Wisconsin.
Finally, Americus, Decatur, and Valdosta.
Iowa.
Georgia. False spectral line images due to imperfections in diffraction gratings and duplicate images caused by reflected television signals have something in common with King Hamlet and Banquo. What are all four called? Smith, Holmen.
Ghosts.
Ghosts, correct.
Let's try sports.
Try sports. Going for 20 points. Julius Erving is Dr. J. Pete Maravich was Pistol Pete for 5 points each. What pro basketball stars go by these nicknames? First of all, Clyde.
Drexler.
Walt Frazier. The Iceman.
Don't know that one.
George Gervin. The Pearl. Earl Monroe. And finally, the Big O. Oscar Robertson. Toss-up time. In wartime, a leader can be instrumental in maintaining popular morale. So it was with the French premier, Georges Clemenceau. He raised the morale of French troops in which war? Smith, Holmen.
World War I.
World War I is right.
Let's go back to astronomy.
Back to astronomy, okay. The Crab Nebula is number M1 in the Messier catalog. It is found in the constellation Taurus. It is thought to be the remnants left by what sort of stellar event?
A supernova?
Supernova explosion is correct. Try this one for 10 points, teams. A disciple of Schlieffen, he served as chief of staff to Field Marshal von Hindenburg in World War I. After the war, he took part in Hitler's 1923 Beer Hall Putsch. Name this German general. Jenks, Logan.
Goering.
Nope. Holmen? Elliot?
Heimler.
Ludendorff. For 10 points. What is the three-syllable legal term that refers to someone who dies without leaving a final will and testament? Intestate. Essen, West Germany, Charleroi, Belgium, and Sheffield, England are all noted for products of a certain industry. What one form of manufacturing is centered in these European cities? Fuchs, Logan.
Steel.
Steel is right.
U.S.
United States category, this time it's a 30-pointer. Talk about bargains. You're going to earn 10 points apiece if you know what these bargains paid for in U.S. territorial acquisitions. $15 million in 1803.
Louisiana Purchase.
How about $7.2 million in 1867?
Gadsden.
Nope, Alaska. And $10 million in 1853.
Gadsden.
That's the Gadsden Purchase. Okay, we go back to the toss-ups. So many horses won the Triple Crown in the 1970s that it almost began to seem routine. The 1977 winner was the first undefeated horse, Dufferin Logan.
Seattle Slew.
Seattle Slew is right.
U.S., please.
This time you're going for 30 points, and you might want to jot these things down as I give them to you. If you traveled through the Beehive, Equality, Treasure, and Mountain states, for 5 points apiece and an extra 10 if you name them all, what states would you have visited? And I'll give you 10 seconds to match states with nicknames.
We have Utah, Colorado, Nevada, and Missouri.
Well, match them up here so we know which
Utah is the Beehive,
All
Mountain
right.
State is Colorado, the Treasure State, Nevada, the Equality State, Missouri.
Well, you got Utah and the Beehive. Equality State is Wyoming. The Treasure State is Montana. Mountain is West Virginia. Bishop Hugh Latimer and Archbishop Thomas Cranmer were both martyred for their Protestant beliefs by the same English monarch. Name her. Fuchs, Logan.
Elizabeth.
No. Holmen? Smith?
Mary, Queen of Scots.
Mary the First, or Bloody Mary. Mont Blanc is the highest peak in the Alps. For 10 points, Fuchs, Logan.
France.
No. I'll repeat the question now for Holmen. Mount Blanc is the highest peak in the Alps. On what two nations' borders does it lie? Smith?
Switzerland and France?
Nope. Italy and France. One of Shakespeare's two gentlemen of Verona shares his name with a gentleman attending the Duke in Twelfth Night, and with a 3rd century Roman bishop who was martyred on February 14th. What's the name? Dufferin, Logan.
Valentine.
Valentine is right.
U.S.
Staying with the United States, we're down to the next to the last question in the U.S. category. In the December 1984 Iranian hijacking, 2 Americans employed by AID were slain. What does the acronym AID stand for? Give you a little extra time here on this one.
Americans in Defense?
No. U.S. Agency for International Development. In Greek mythology, a Gorgon is one of 3 monstrous sisters. Steithno and Euryale were 2 of them. Who was the 3rd? Miller, Logan.
Medusa.
Medusa is right.
Go astronomy.
Okay, down to astronomy for 25 points. Between them, Jupiter and Saturn possess the majority of the known moons in our solar system. For 5 points apiece, identify each of these as either a Jovian or a Saturnian moon. First of all, Titan.
Jupiter.
Saturn. Callisto.
Jupiter.
All right. Io.
Jupiter.
Leda.
Saturn.
That's Jupiter. And Enceladus.
Saturn.
That's Saturn. Okay. That's the buzzer. That ends the first half, so we'll be back in just a moment to check that first half official score. But right now, let's pause for this.
Come on, America. The team really needs your support. Send your contribution now.
When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying natural goodness. When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying quality ingredients because Country Hearthbread has no artificial preservatives. When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying nutrition to grow on. Your whole family will love the soft-textured quality of Country Hearthbread.
Nature's gift of goodness. Country Hearthbread.
And here at the halfway point of game number 27, Logan High School has 95 points, Holmen with 70. Back with more questions and answers after this.
3 cans of peaches. Bought from your local IGA. The look of the labels and the prices are different for each. But can your family tell the difference? Only you really know, because you buy according to your preference and your pocketbook. And that's why every IGA shopper has 3 different choices: national name brands, IGA's own, and generic label. We're proud of all 3 and think it's a peachy idea that IGA offers you so many choices. When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying natural goodness. When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying quality ingredients because Country Hearthbread has no artificial preservatives. When you buy Country Hearthbread, you're buying nutrition to grow on. Your whole family will love the soft-textured quality of Country Hearthbread.
Nature's gift of goodness. Country Hearthbread.
That gets us started with the second half. Let me remind you, of course, the next time you hear the buzzer go off, game's over. One of the teams is in the process of answering a question. When that final buzzer sounds, I'll let you complete that answer. If I'm asking a question when the buzzer goes off, game ends right there. Granddaughter of a Briton, this South African athlete competed for the United... Dufferin, Logan.
Solabud.
Solabud is right.
Go with miscellaneous, please.
First time in the miscellaneous category, this is for 20 points. The colorfully uniformed guards at the Tower of London are called beefeaters. The Papal Guard at the Vatican wear uniforms said to have been designed by Michelangelo, but their name refers not to their uniforms, but to their nationality. What are they called?
Swiss Guard.
The Swiss Guard is right. Bumble, Smike, Magwitch, Havisham, Cratchit, and Rudge are all peculiar last names. Peculiar to what famous novel? Elliot Holmen.
Dickens.
Dickens is right.
Let's try miscellaneous.
Try miscellaneous, okay, following the lead of Logan and going for miscellaneous. I'm sure that we all know the German Volkswagen, the French Fiat, and the Japanese Toyota. For 20 points, identify the small South Korean car that will make its debut in the U.S. in 1986. Hyundai or the Pony. Of ergs, joules, calories, and foot-pounds, which is the only one which is not a unit of work? Elliot? Holmen.
Calories?
Calories is right.
Let's try miscellaneous.
Okay, take another stab at it. Huh? The readers of Psychology Today recently took a test on superpower relations and didn't do very well. Here are two questions which a large majority missed. So for 10 points each, let's see if you can do any better. First of all, which superpower leader said of nuclear war, the survivors would envy the dead?
Ronald Reagan.
Nope, Nikita Khrushchev in 1962. After 25 years of negotiations, which superpower withdrew from further talks on a comprehensive test ban treaty?
United States.
The United States is right. Try this one for 10. Woodrow Wilson appointed him Secretary of State in 1915, replacing William Jennings Bryan. He served as nominal head of the U.S. delegation to the Versailles Peace Conference. His last name is the same as the capital of one of our larger Midwestern states. Name him. Who? Logan.
Madison.
No? Holmen? Elliot's going to take a shot.
Dubuque?
Robert Lansing, as in Michigan. Frederick Forsyth wrote the Odessa File, and Alfred Hitchcock directed the 39 Steps. For 10 points, teams, in which Sergei Eisenstein film are the Odessa Steps prominently featured? Puzzled looks. The battleship Potemkin. If someone called you either a cockatrice, Argus, or basilisk, which of your 5 senses would he use? Jenks, Logan.
Eyes. Sight.
That's good.
Miscellaneous, please.
This is a 20-pointer, next to the last one in the miscellaneous category. If stamp collecting's your hobby, this will be a first-class bonus for you. In January 1985, the post office raised the cost of mailing a first-class letter for the 8th time in 16 years. As of February 17th, it cost 22 cents for the first ounce. For 5 points each, count backwards through the last 5 increases in first-class postage. I'll give you 10 seconds to get your count backwards there.
Okay.
You want to take a shot at it? Okay.
20, 18, 15, 13, and 10.
Good enough for 20 points. Right down the line. The story of Palamon and Arcite is the first in this remarkable 14th century collection, which at times borrows from Boccaccio. What is the title of this celebrated English work? Smith, Holmen?
Canterbury Tales.
Canterbury Tales is correct.
Let's go back to astronomy.
Back to astronomy, all right. 2 ancient astronomical myths are, 1, the Earth is the center of the solar system, and 2, the Sun is the center of the universe, and the Earth is a moving body around it. I will name 3 Renaissance astronomers. Tell me which, if either, of those two beliefs held for. First of all, Copernicus.
Copernicus held with the heliocentric theory. Sun, center of the universe. Or
Sun,
sun, center of the solar system.
Okay, all right. How about Tycho Brahe?
The Earth, center of the universe.
All right, and Johannes Kepler.
Kepler was the sun as the center of the solar system.
He believed neither. Listen closely. You've played 4 holes of golf, racking up 2 eagles, a double eagle, and a birdie. How many strokes under? Folks, Logan.
8.
8, okay.
Astronomy.
You ever been 8 under par?
No.
Okay. The constellation Gemini is the 3rd sign of the zodiac and is located in the northern hemisphere. The 2 brightest stars in this constellation are named for 2 young men called the twins. Identify these 2 characters from Greek mythology.
Remus and Romulus.
Nope. Castor and Pollux. Ondine, Bodoni, Helvetica, and Garamond, as well as Gothic, are all Jenks Logan.
Type styles?
Type styles, or lettering, or typefaces, whatever.
Miscellaneous, please.
All right, that's the last one in the miscellaneous category. Literature, sports, and U.S. are all that are left. Jet aircraft have been the mainstay of American arsenals for over 30 years, for 5 points apiece. Identify these jet fighter aircraft by their numerical designations. What do they call the F-80?
Sabre.
Nope, Shooting Star. F-86.
Sabre.
Sabre, okay. F-104.
Tomahawk.
Starfighter. F-101.
Tomahawk.
Voodoo. And the F-105.
Tomahawk.
Nope, Thunder Chief. The founder of modern astronomy, this German formulated 3 mathematical laws bearing his name. These 3 laws describe the revolutions of the planet around the sun. Identify the 6. Smith, Holmen.
Kepler.
Kepler.
Let's go with literature.
All right, I think that's the first time we've dipped into the literature category. You know that they, it, him, and us are all pronouns, and writers use them all the time. But for 10 points each, identify the pronouns used by these writers as book titles. Joyce Carol Oates.
Us.
Them. Eugene Zamyatin.
Us.
No, we. H. Rider Haggard.
Us.
That's she. And we go back to the toss-ups. Its suffix makes this word sound like a chemical element, while its root sounds like the French word for freedom. It has indeed offered chemical freedom to a number of mental and other patients by lessening their tensions and anxieties. What is the trade name of this widely prescribed tranquilizer? Dufferin, Logan.
Valium.
No. Holmen? Librium. A fisherman, he is a patron saint of both Scotland and Russia, the namesake of a famous university and the site of a famous golf course. Identify this. Miller, Logan.
St. Andrew.
St. Andrew is right.
U.S.
Last one in the United States category. Devon in England and Perm in Russia are regions that share their names with geological periods. For 10 points each, what 2 states in the United States also share their names with periods in the Paleozoic era? Well, that's the buzzer, and that's the game. Mississippi and Pennsylvania were the 2 states we were looking for. And right after this, we'll be back to check that final official score and award the certificates.
Meet the family of Central Wisconsin Bank Shares, a growing network of community banks that have joined together to provide the resources and capabilities of large metropolitan banks. Central Wisconsin Bank Shares has found a better way to provide worthwhile financial services, and they're proud to sponsor one of today's most worthwhile television programs, the Viterbo High Quiz Bowl.
One of your local Central Wisconsin Bank Share affiliates
is Community State Bank of Eau Claire.
When you buy Country Hearth-Bred, you're buying natural goodness. When you buy Country Hearth-Bred, you're buying quality ingredients because Country Hearth-Bred has no artificial preservatives. When you buy Country Hearth-Bred, you're buying nutrition to grow on. Your whole family will love the soft-textured quality of Country Hearth-Bred.
Nature's gift of goodness. Country Hearth-Bred.
I'm Mary Curran of the Crosse, speaking for the National Kidney Foundation, Wisconsin. 72,000 Americans have kidney failure and must rely on an artificial kidney to maintain productive lives. I'm one of those 72,000. Besides having had 2 kidney transplants, I have also undergone dialysis. 15 years ago, one treatment lasted 8 hours. Today, thanks to research, the same treatment lasts only 4 hours. Your dollars are needed now to help researchers stop kidney disease and make dialysis obsolete.
Well, Mike, as I said at the beginning of the show, we're getting down to the end of the season. Pretty good game here. What was the final score?
This was a real good game. The final score was Logan 195 and Holmen 140.
All right, why don't you hand the certificates out?
Okay, first to Logan, the winners, $500 scholarship award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And then to Holmen, a $300 award.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a good game.
Okay, before we let Logan know who they're going to be playing next week, you want to let people know what's going on at the Turbo.
Well, at Viterbo on the 13th of May, we're having the Juilliard String Quartet in the Fine Arts Center. It's the last event of this year's Fine Arts season, and we're also registering for summer session. A lot of really good workshops coming up, and both undergraduate and graduate courses.
Okay. Diane will have you people studying the encyclopedia all next week, I suppose? Yep. Okay. You're going to need it. Westby High School is your opposition next week. You go for game number 2. Final once again, Logan 195, Holmen 140.
Thinking about college? Then I bet you think small size and individual attention adds up to big costs. Wrong. Viterbo College is more affordable than you think. This past year, over 90% of the students who attended our campus received financial aid. Let us eliminate cost as a factor in your college choice. Viterbo College. Challenging, innovative, affordable.
This has been High Quiz Bowl, sponsored by Wholesome Bread, baked by your friends at Erickson Bakeries, and Viterbo College, one of Wisconsin's finest independent colleges.